right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 567, recorded April 18th, 2018. I am Brian Kilby. With me this week, there is no XV or Melvar, but we are joined by Eric and Jason, who are guesting this week. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Jason's actually been on for the last 5 weeks, so maybe it's no longer a guest spot. Just saying.
At this point, I just stay on the Skype call for the week, and then when it picks back up, I'm here. So it's worked so far for the last 5 weeks.
So my buddy Dusty was over yesterday. We were recording our year-end episode for RPG Lessons Learned, and he was like, I tuned into RSC last week, and there were like all new people, and I was like, what the hell? And I'm like, you need to watch more. so just saying. We also have Diecast. Diecast, how's it going?
Excellent.
Excellent. And Don.
Hello.
And Rob.
Hi.
So Rob wasn't going to be here, and then immediately changed his mind. So I'm very happy about that. We're glad to have you here, Rob.
Glad I made it.
It's not the same without you. It's really not.
Aw.
And John.
Yo, what's up?
Are you playing Street Fighter?
No, I just have my microphone always muted as much as possible to be polite.
So
I'm getting old, so my reactions to anything are not what they used to be, including people calling my name.
I'm thinking about Street Fighter Alpha 3, if I can find it.
Okay, that's nice. The Street Fighter is probably pretty common in home arcades, but not that one.
Well, I love that game. I love Alpha 2 as well. Or obviously I would go for Turbo or Championship Edition. I don't know, but
no, Hydro Thunder.
No, that's too much. I don't think I could afford a Hydro Thunder cabinet, but I would love to have a Hydro Thunder cabinet.
What you need, Brian, is the X-Men 6th position arcade game.
So we played a game. If I could have anything, what would it be? Ideal, money's no object. And it was either the 4-player NBA Jam Tournament Edition or the 4-player Ninja Turtle. Yeah, I don't really like the X-Men so much, but
Turtle, like the Turtles in Time, or
so I never actually saw Turtles in Time in the arcades, even though I do know it was out there. But it was the arcade game.
Okay.
What we got on the NES is the Turtles 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, do you have permission to build a podcast studio in the new house?
I mean, the basement would be the studio. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but new house probably not happening anytime soon. But because we've only been in this one 2 years.
The story was just theoretical.
It's theoretical. Hey! The cabinet would be part of the studio. It would be part of the background. I did all this work in here, and for the video, I'm not even pointed in the right direction. You can't even see it.
Yeah.
he did all that work, and now he's going to move.
Well, see, since Brian has already said it, it's already happened in an alternate quantum reality. So it has happened. We just haven't. We just can't see the results.
Yes, and I completely apologize to the audio listeners because this is going to be completely lost on them. But I do have the camera pointed there, or a camera pointed there. I'm just not using it. So if you're watching the video, that will eventually be my background for the podcast. Just not right now. So.
And Matt's at home probably twitching to say that one's transformed wrong. That one's transformed wrong. Got to fix that one.
Yeah, it's totally true. Totally true. Yeah. Hey, so I'm spending a lot of time here talking about stuff other than Transformers because I was working on show notes today at work. Don't tell anybody. I just catching a break, and I was going, hey, what's coming up? It's Toy Fair's done. There's no BotCon. TFCon is months away. SDCC is months away. And there's nothing imminent on the horizon. So we're sort of in this holding pattern until Bumblebee comes out. Actually, no, Bumblebee's not coming out in June, is it? It's coming out in December. Or is it coming out?
Yep.
So what's next? SDCC?
SDCC.
I guess so.
Oh, wow.
Purple marker guy is next.
Forever.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, sorry to talk about video games, but people out there...
It's the best we got.
It's the best we got right now.
Yep.
Hey,
why isn't that somebody's avatar on Twitter, by the way, yet?
What?
Just your face with purple marker scribbled on.
Give me 5 minutes.
Yeah, but I do want to talk about what I got today because I'm very pleased with this, and I don't know if I bought it during the show last week. which has been a thing I've done off and on for the last 10 years. But I was looking at something on the internet, and I've been compiling a want list of toys that I don't have that I eventually want to get. And I realized that I didn't have an original under 3. But now I do. So Don, was this 96?
I never really kept track of the Happy Meal stuff, so I don't really know.
So it was one of the I think it was the 96 line. I wanted under 3, but I just ended up buying the whole set for like $4 on.
Oh, that's not bad.
No. So under 3 is only.
I do know going back and trying to pick up the McDonald robots in good condition can get pricey.
You mean the original ones from like 80, 85? Yeah. Well, those were just those. No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
The ones that turn into McDonald's sandwiches and stuff?
No.
Is that what I thought that's what you're talking about.
I'm talking about the ones that are actually Transformers.
Yeah. Wait, I'm confused now.
Like actual Transformers brand product thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they?
Those are incredibly rare. They were only released, Don, in St. Louis as a test?
Yeah, it was a test. And then, you can find the Beast Wars ones, the Manta Ray, the Panther, and all those fairly easily. Yeah,
now, what Eric's talking about, those are awesome. And I have a couple of them. But they're not that pricey. Cool. But the ones that are actual Transformers Happy Meal stuff from like the 80s, super rare. I don't even know that I've seen them in person. There are people out there who aren't very active on the internet that have these treasure troves of toys.
Don't know it.
No, I'm certain. The people who have that, I'm certain, know it. Those are probably not. They may be in the hands of Transformers collectors, but I wouldn't be surprised if more Happy Meal collectors don't have those more than anything else.
There's Happy Meal collectors?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, gosh, everything collectors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they're... Yeah.
Now, if anybody out there...
it's the Happy Meal con.
Yeah. Now, if anybody out there... that's just going to McDonald's. If there's anybody out there who has any of these or has any specific knowledge other than like what's on the wiki that we can look up ourselves, like if you know anybody that has one, I'd love to know more. I'd love to actually, at some point in the future, get to see them in person. But, those are a short list of things that I've never actually seen. Yeah, but I got that. I also got, and I'm recommending no one else out there does the same, Studio Series Bumblebee.
It's not.
How do you like him, Brian?
He's not great.
It's not great, but it's not bad.
He falls apart very easily. He loses parts, and I hate that. Yeah, I hate that. Yeah. He's smaller than I expected, which I should have expected him to be small, but he is. And pieces fall off really easily. There are these things on the doors on the inside that fall off, like if you look at them or blow too hard.
Oh, great.
Yeah, not super.
I think I'd rather put the money towards if you don't have the Human Alliance Bumblebee, get that one.
Oh, that's a great figure. Relatively great.
Battle Blades Bumblebee. That's a good.
Yeah, if you're going to get one, it's going to be hideously out of scale with anything you buy now.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much the best possible deluxe Bumblebee.
Is that Dark of the Moon?
Well,
although
you won't get one with the same car mode unless you go back to the 07, because this one's the old beat up car. It's I was going to say it's like the one.
Oh, that's why parts fall off.
Yeah, it's an added effect.
Yeah.
It's a feature.
It's an action feature.
It's an action feature. Yeah. So I don't know. Also, one more thing. I got Rodimus Unicronus today. $30.
How much?
$30 on clearance.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I can't find that on clearance.
So my local Walmart did not have it. Somebody bought it. And there's another Walmart within like 25 minutes of here. There's probably one closer than that, but we didn't go. I happened to get my doctor is my old hometown, or my hometown that I moved away from a couple years ago. But it's within an hour. So I kept my doctor because he's the best doctor ever. And I I just happened to be passing by one of the Walmarts there, and I'm like, I'll go in. And he was right there on clearance. I am not taking him out of the box. He is, I think, going to just stay in the box. I don't really care to touch it because it's crappy mold. And I think it looks better in the box than it will on the shelf, just out in the open.
He's your macho man, Rodimus.
He's the macho man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I got that. Diecast, who didn't have video, and people in the chat are saying my video strobing, and I'm seeing it occasionally. It's really weird. Did you actually get anything this week?
I got this last week, but I don't think I mentioned it. It's the upscaled Nitro Zeus.
Oh, we had a conversation on Twitter about that.
It's got diecast feet, which makes it great. So it's like me, and it's liter size. Like I'll hold up MP36, and they're
dang.
Yeah, he's really nice. I like him.
I wonder if they'll do a Thundercracker.
And I have the alternate head on him right now, so I have the Soundwave or Shockwave looking head.
Yeah,
so.
I like that.
It's nice looking. I just would never buy it.
I'm sure
it was about the same price as a Voyager. So, and the paint on it's beautiful. Like all the detailing all the paint really brings out the detailing on the chest and the two guns up top.
They try to make it look like his gold chains.
Yeah,
I think that's what all the gold detailing is supposed to be.
So in my mind, going forward, I'm only buying KOs, and I've mentioned this, but that are just completely crazy and garbage. Like if it's going to fall apart with me looking at it, yeah.
Didn't you say that you had a Raiden that was like? I mean, not a Raiden.
Yeah, I had a Raiden.
Or was it a knockoff of Raiden? Or didn't you have a knockoff in place of something?
So years ago, I bought a This was like you might not have even been born yet. I bought a knockoff Raiden because it was like $30 online. That knockoff goes for hundreds of bucks now. Because it was a really nice knockoff, but I don't have it anymore. It's in parts across all the bins in my house somewhere. So most of it's probably been thrown away over the years.
You should collect it up and sell it.
Well, I mean, I don't have most of it anymore. But
I thought it was all scattered.
Yeah, I wish I knew where it was because it was really nice, and I don't own a Raiden, and we're never getting one. Unfortunately, maybe not. Maybe we will. Also, hashtag Seacons before Unicron. Just saying.
No.
The official stance of Radio Free Cybertron is hashtag Seacons before Unicron.
Good.
Did we vote on that? Because I don't.
I voted on that. I get to vote on that.
Still lose.
Yeah, I get to vote on that. Go ahead, Don.
Actually, Brian, there is a very, very, very slim chance we could get a Raiden, because with Power Rangers being owned by Hasbro now, if the rumor is correct that they're wanting to pick up the Skip series, one of them is train based.
Yeah.
So they could always repaint the 5 trains that's made for that series into Raiden. So it's possible we get a form of Raiden, if not the classic Japanese version.
I think they should just repaint all those trains as Seacon characters and then put them together and give them to you and be like, here's your Seacons.
And then we could just glue a bunch into a ball and call it Unicron. It'd be great. But no, I hate to disappoint you, Don, but I just get the feeling that the idea of just overlap like that and kind of blurring the lines between what actually distinguishes one property from another is the kind of thing that gives a Hasbro executive hives.
Probably.
Well, I'm just it's just a potential, stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
It could be like an SDCC type thing they might do.
Speaking of SDCC, just real quick, and this is an aside and off topic, I apologize. But Don, that 2011 SDCC Figure Arts Goku that you shared, that's $800. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I would never pay that.
You should see. No, that I shared that.
Oh, is that you, Rob? I'm sorry. I thought it was Don.
Because a friend is selling it, and it's Barricade 64. He's selling his, and actually going by what other people are charging for that Goku at the moment, that is a pretty good price, believe it or not.
I mean, I'm not saying that the price is unfair. It's just cray.
Well, yes.
I just retweeted it because I didn't know what it was. I just retweeted it to be helpful.
Awesome.
Diecast, anything else?
No, that's all.
Jason?
Not. I mean, I did get my latest order of Repo Label stuff in, including this set for Fei Long.
Oh, nice.
And I got Jazz stickers for Jazz. So if you're like me and you didn't start collecting until a couple years ago, so this is your first chance to get a Jazz and you're slightly disappointed by it, the sticker set does wonders for it. Toy Hacks knocked that one out of the park. So big recommend if you have that Jazz and he's not quite living up to the hype for you.
Well, I've never seen stickers fix a crappy transformation. That's awesome.
Wow. He's a leg right now, so
I don't think that Jazz is such a bad transformation.
The transformation on it isn't that bad.
Okay, yeah.
Well, it's just the legs are in a really kludgy kind of way,
Yeah, the legs are odd. They're very odd.
Yeah.
Eric, anything?
I got a Pacific Rim Uprising figure, even though I didn't see the movie because
that figure's awesome, is it not?
It is.
Gypsy Avenger.
It's a really good.
I've only heard okay things about it.
The movie sucks, but the figure sucks. I mean, the figure's great though. Movie sucks.
Yeah, the figure's great. It's only $20. And then I got some Studio Series stuff. I got Stinger, who's neat. He's probably my least favorite of the three I got, but I still like him. Starscream, who's absolutely magnificent, but Grimlock definitely takes place as my favorite so far out of the three I got. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Oh my god.
So I didn't order that, but for whatever reason, I got the wild hair this weekend to order the movie best Grimlock that has the little Optimus that rides it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had
That's the same mold, isn't it? Basically, the same skeletal mold.
It's
No. It's the original.
Yeah.
Age of Extinction Grimlock is the movie the best one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Movie the best is all the old molds that aren't as good.
It's not. It's not coming out of the box.
Yeah, that's how it's probably stay best.
Yeah, I just wanted it for the riding Optimus being packaged that way.
And then I got Planet X Charon, which is, a third-party Black Prime, which is really, really good. It's my first time getting something from them. I mean, I've seen everything that they've done because I love Fall of Cybertron, but this is the first thing I got, and it's really, really good. So I will definitely be probably getting more stuff from them. And then the last thing is something I've been wanting for a long time.
Yeah, you have.
And it's Fans Hobby. Is this Red Dragon? Is that its name?
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Yeah. And this is their Fei Long repaint retool into the BotCon Megatron, and oh my goodness, this thing is glorious. I normally don't care for diecast, but the diecast in the feet is pretty good. It's pretty good.
So I look at that, and the wings scare me because I would worry that they would shatter if they struck something. How do they feel?
They feel fine. I can
okay, good. I mean, I don't necessarily like what it's an homage of specifically because I think that's weird, but I think the toy in and of itself is really nice.
Really good looking.
It's really pretty. The head sculpt is amazing. Also, the head articulation's great, which is just really good for a Beast Wars Megatron. Just to be able to tilt his head a whole lot and stuff. I think that's really it's expressive. So I really like it, and yeah. The wingspan is just massive on this guy. I was not expecting how large he would be.
I would not have room on my shelf for that.
It is, yeah. It takes up a lot of space. I mean, you could fold up the wings and stuff, but then it doesn't look nearly as impressive.
So one thing I've been wondering about, in your dorm, how are you managing your toy collection?
So I don't have all of my stuff here. I have
hopefully
probably not a quarter, maybe. That's actually probably generous, but I have bins. So they all have none of them have the lids on them right now, but they're all placed in lids, not like piled high or anything, but I have a bunch of boxes with them. But I don't have all my collection all in one place. The rest is all in giant boxes in the basement at home. So, but I should be able to actually have my collection all in one place once I move back. And then I'll be moving into an apartment next year, so I'll actually have room to display my stuff.
And you'll take all of it with you?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I mean, you're so young. How big of a collection could you have amassed by this point?
I mean, it's probably nothing compared to yours, but it is.
I've been collecting nearly twice as long as you've been alive.
Yeah.
Your toys are probably transformed better, though, Eric.
This is true.
Yeah, that probably is true. But yeah, so I have a whole lot, but yeah, definitely not a whole lot compared to you.
We're old. That's what happens when you're old. You just collect a lot of stuff. Then when you're gone, it gets taken to Goodwill.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, I know. Okay, Rob, did you get anything?
No, not this week.
John got something.
Years ago. Personal strife. Anyway. I got Grand Maximus and Greatshot. So
have you opened either yet?
No, I haven't. I haven't had a chance. They're both like, well, one is a slight retool of Six Shot, and the other is just a redeco.
It's so pretty.
So I've been there and done that to some degree. So I kind of know what I'm getting into. But yeah, I like. I mean, I'm going to like both because hey, it's a great shot finally, and it's a Grand Maximus. So. And I, for one, I think that Titans Return Fortress Maximus, I think that mold is fine for me. I think I like it better than most people. In fact, the one that disappoints me is Trypticon, actually. What? So I like Fortress Maximus way more than Trypticon. Yeah, Trypticon, I got disappointed with Trypticon because his concept art that we voted on was way more of a departure from the G1 design.
True.
So I was sold a bill of goods here. I voted for not G1 Trypticon, and I got G1 Trypticon. So
yeah, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I got a grudge there. Just gonna say, but yeah, Fortress Maximus is Fortress Maximus again with a little less girth, a little bit more height, and more joints, and I think I like it more because again, like I was mentally not burned by him. I got what I expected. So to get him in Grand Max. Colors is awesome because, like I said, if you have the funds, this is your way to get a Greatshot and a Grand Maximus for less than $1 billion. So I'll gladly.
Don, how much did you pay for your Grand Max again?
$365.
In 2018,
1996.
So in 2018 money, that's about $600, $500.
For Grand Max, that would, even with the box and the shape of it in, it was probably a 12. I'd say at least 15 to 2,000.
No. Like inflation, it's probably $500 at this point, thereabouts. Close.
So Don, is that one of the ones that has to stay under a sheet?
It's under a sheet. I've seen it.
Yeah.
So
it's not right now, but it's still yellow. I mean, it was under a dark black sheet, and it's still yellow aging.
Hopefully, JD's John's doesn't have to stay under a sheet.
I don't know. No, I'm gonna bust that guy out like tomorrow. Do some action poses. I'm gonna put him right on the windowsill.
Nice.
I'm just going to. Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to. I'm gonna taunt.
That's the only spot I have. The only spot I have is at the windowsill.
John, I know you were disappointed by Trypticon, but what if we got a Titan-class Gigastorm? Would you be happy then?
Okay, so
the same point with the horn.
But I'm afraid they would burn me again and give me Gigastorm, like if they do Gigastorm and they do like a weird deco that's inspired by Gigastorm but not Gigastorm. You know what I'm saying? Like if they put some creativity into it and did Gigastorm with a twist, I'd probably be a lot happier with it. But since they did Trypticon as like straight up as possible, I'm afraid that they would do Gigastorm the same.
Other than Predacon sigils or symbols, does Gigastorm have a different deco than Trypticon?
Not really.
Yeah, I mean, I had it. I don't have it anymore. I remember it looking basically exactly the same, minus that god awful horn on the head.
It's the same colors. The layout's a bit different.
Is it okay? How do you know? You weren't alive then.
I'm looking at it right now.
Okay.
That's why.
I need more than that. If they did
Googled
effectively G2 Trypticon with a horn and called it Gigastorm, that would be awesome. I'd take it.
Now, what I would want is that Trypticon mold in a Megastorm deco. So basically, ugly like bright green camouflage, and he would have a big stick logo like on his shoulder or tattoo. That would be pretty cool.
And full tilt would be a tank now. They could remold him into a tank.
Wait,
there you go.
Don, you had the idea of turning Trypticon into like a Dinobot base, right?
Yeah,
What would you do with full tilt? In that
Butler.
Probably, I never really thought about that because I never think about Trypticon really. Other than that, probably I would make him. Well, before Slash, I probably would have made him a smaller auxiliary Dinobot, like a Scout. So I'd probably do the same thing, maybe like Slash's brother, and it would be like a brother sister recon team or
He
something.
could be like an ankylosaur. That's the dinosaurs kind of.
Oh
like
yeah. Hey,
yeah.
What was his name? Stomp. I can't remember the name he got in the U.S. version when they brought that mold over. But yeah, the Ankylosaur will be kind of interesting.
Yeah, or however you say it. It's kind of looks like a turtle with a long hair on a club.
What if they gave Gigastorm a Dino Saucer inspired?
Wait, that's the dinosaurs. Never mind.
Yes.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Dino Saucer.
Okay. So what else we got? Anything else, John?
No, it's more than enough for a long time.
Don, I'm going to let you take This Week in History this week. You picked this one out, and I think this is important to talk about.
Okay. But first, I did get two things.
I thought I asked. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. No, I did finally get my Zeomorpher.
What's that?
So
Is that a Transformer?
Is that a Transformers
Don't
item?
play it.
I'm not.
Yeah.
And I got it for like $70 shipped after Dynanomics. So I was a little bit below my threshold for 6 months same as cash on PayPal credit. So I picked up Phoenix Bracer from Pacific Rim 2. So I've got most all the mechs now from Pacific.
Those are very nice, and I talked about video games for like 5 minutes. So Don, it's okay.
Okay, but this week in history, switch pages here. In 2013, Hasbro puts the first of 2 online polls in the fan-built bot program that would ultimately produce Windblade, which is the first time they had done that. Windblade was the winner, and now this is my opinion, but I don't think she's even gotten a very good toy even since the original.
What?
I mean, I don't think.
I have to agree with that.
Since she has
RID
since.
was
Yeah,
a great
RID was a great one.
Yeah,
That's a decent mold.
it's better than the Generations ones.
Yeah, but it seems like that they could really make her into with what they can do with remolds, remodels, and everything else nowadays. It just, other than just folding arms up, folding legs up, there's the cockpit. There could be something more to it, trying to hide the arms better, not just be a folded up robot with a jet on the back. I just think she needs a better toy.
But does she deserve a better toy?
No, she has plenty of toys so far.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, she has a lot.
I mean,
From a character-
She's gotten one for almost every toy line. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was a very important thing. We got Windblade. She became critical.
she became
in a lot of
Bumblebee.
IDW comics.
She's kind of like Bumblebee. She's the female Bumblebee.
Yep.
That's like there are better female characters, I think, or designs that could be, showcased that often. I don't think we need another one. I really don't.
Yeah.
Well, given that
Yeah,
she's been listed in the description of Cyberverse, expect to see at least one more.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we've already seen pictures of her design for Cyberverse along with Bumblebee. I think she's going to be one of the more main I think she's one of the more prominent Autobots on the show.
Give me
from
more
the
strong
description.
arm. I'll take more strong arm, thanks.
Oh, I would
love-
absolutely love more strong arm.
Yep.
We never got a good toy of Strong Arm, I don't think.
Not really.
I like the little one, the Legends one. It's okay.
I want one that scales with other stuff from
Yeah.
Robots in the Skies, but yeah, that one didn't look bad. The Warrior just wasn't good.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it was okay, but the whole
The truck
hands and
was not-
boxes. Yeah,
Yeah, I
the
was
hands and
saying-
boxes though really ruins it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and jump to the news. So this weekend we got the news that somebody in Florida had found Trypticon at Ollie's for $13, and people went crazy hoping to find it. And apparently that's probably not the price if you're going to find it. It looks like it's going to be what? Is it 50?
50, yeah.
Yeah,
Which is
still
I
great.
It's still
assumed
great.
That had to be a mistake.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean,
Yeah.
the size of that figure. I mean, what could Ollie's have bought it for? They would have had to buy it for like $6 for it to have been cost effective to sell.
Oh,
for
maybe
that.
even less than that.
Hasn't it been reported at like 3 different prices though? Like, wasn't it like 13 and 15 and 50 or something? Like, I thought I saw a third price like that. Another store.
Yeah, I thought I saw like 13 to 30 to 50 or something like that. But I mean, I haven't found it in my area. I have a couple Ollies in my area, and not that I'm going to the store to look for it, but I have, I haven't seen anyone find it in my area.
So I went to my local Ollie's and I talked to the friend I have there that we always talk about comic books. I'm like, oh, hey, I also collect Transformers. I'm like, have you seen this? And he hadn't. And we both agreed that, at that point that it could have been a fluke because they get one-off stuff strangely. Like my buddy Mark we found one Encore G1 Optimus Prime there. And I've seen lots of weird things. There's like a box of comic books. It looked like from an estate sale or something that they were trying to sell through. I mean, they're pretty indiscriminate about what they buy and how they get it. So
See, that's kind of weird because I would always see them as just buying in bulk as much as they can, so that way it's kind of the same throughout all the stores. And when it's gone, it's gone.
So it's not always the same. And you can buy in bulk, but when buying in bulk, you may not have 1 million of the same thing. You may have, 300,000 different things.
It's like when I was looking for the Mega Blocks bridge sets. My Ollies never got the bridge set in. All they had was the Klingon Cruiser, the Transporter set, and the small sets.
I found 2 of the bridge sets. I checked like 5 Ollies. I found 2 of them.
Jeez, I only have 1 around me, and you've got 5.
Yeah, they are building them pretty quick in the South. Or they were. I love Ollies. I really, really love Ollies.
Yeah, the one time I was in one, it was nice, but yeah, not close enough for me to go to it on any kind of regular basis.
I found
Same
weird
here.
stuff. I found some weird stuff. Yeah. So. But yeah, that's a thing. So there are spoilers of Unicron Zero out there that were posted by Bleeding Cool News. And if you're interested, you can go there. But was it Alex Milne on Twitter who raised the question if they had permission or not to actually post those? I didn't see whether or not they did. I'm assuming they didn't.
No.
Probably not.
Yeah.
If Alex said something, they didn't have permission because Alex does not hold back.
Yeah.
I don't want to know. I just want to experience it on Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah.
Not that I'm going to be able to go to a comic store, but hopefully there was someone who reached out to me who said they were going to send me one. So hopefully that still happens.
Good.
And there were plenty of people going at Bleeding Cool, like, why would you do this? This is stupid. Don't, you don't have permission and stuff. So I don't know that it did them any big service. But also, I don't know if
that happens.
From IDW's perspective, though, this could be some kind of free advertising too. So maybe they don't care that much.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
who knows really whether it's something they would even care to, tell Bleeding Cool to take it down.
It's not a tremendously large spoiler either, I would say. So that probably factors in.
Well, I haven't even looked yet, but yeah.
Free Comic Book Day is what, the first Saturday in May? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same weekend as Avengers. Or no, they moved up Avengers this year.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll be seeing Avengers next Thursday. I've got tickets.
Next Friday.
I have to wait till Friday too. Yeah.
Nope.
I have to wait until I watch the last 2 movies. I'm so screwed.
Wow.
The way you mean like Black Panther and whatever came before?
Ragnarok, yeah.
Oh, those are both great.
So good.
Those are both fantastic.
Know. Well, What We Do in the Shadows is one of my favorite movies. So I enjoy the director. So yeah, I suck for not watching it yet, but I'll get there.
So you can honestly probably just get by watching parts of Ragnarok. It's great, but there's not a lot to it. It's just hilarious and beautiful.
Yeah, which is exactly what I want.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that all?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a deep, thought-provoking film by any stretch.
No.
No.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Just like Revenge of the Fallen.
This has good acting though.
Revenge of the Fallen is sad. Is sadness given form.
Yeah, Don's right. But I love that. Thank you, Diecast, for that. That made my day. Actually, that may be the show title this week. Thor Ragnarok is just like Dark of the Moon. Okay, I mean, Revenge of the Fallen. They're both pretty terrible. So we've been talking about the woes surrounding the Encore Super Fire God Convoy or whatever reissue it's out there, and basically Takara Tomy is doing a recall, but not because of any of the defects that have really been pointed out. It's about an electronic issue.
Yeah, like two words
Sure.
are backwards or something.
They switched apparently like the weapon. It says the wrong weapon name
That
whenever
too.
it's in
Yeah.
either mode. Like it says the opposite. That's what they were saying. I think is the issue
Well, and
they were calling.
there
it
is something
for.
with the sound chip too. Like
Yeah.
a word is mixed up or something.
See, I also seen a report, and I don't know where it was. It might have been on Twitter or something, that they were not doing a recall, but they were doing a voluntary return. Like you were allowed to return it for full price up until a certain date.
That's what this is. This was the voluntary recall.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in addition to this, it sounds like over and above, HLJ is taking the toy back and reimbursing you shipping if you want to. Ooh. Or if you just want to get keep the toy and get a $25% refund, you can.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's generous of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a chunk of change for that too.
Yeah, really.
yeah.
Because that would be at least like 50, almost $65 or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's a lot.
That's not a small amount of money.
No.
That's probably their margin. So yeah, so if you have it and you got it from HLJ and you want to refund or return it, I mean that's an avenue to take. Yeah, but I would just recommend finding the original and buying that because you'll probably be better off.
I'll be interested to see how John's end up being when he cracks them open.
Wait, did John get that?
Oh
No,
sorry,
I didn't get that.
I got completely confused there. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I would be like on the floor if I got that. Like if I had to deal with that. No, I dodged a bullet. I have my vintage one somewhere in here.
I got my streams completely crossed there.
So John, I obviously haven't been to your new house. How do you have your collection displayed?
I mean, it's on like shelving, like it was. Do you remember when you guys bunked? It's like that, but more.
Cool.
And let me think. Is there anything? Oh, I did discover the usefulness of acrylic risers, and that they're very easily bought on Amazon for one place. And yes, that has been a game changer because I do the high school picture style, like most people, like everybody effectively displays. And you don't realize how much better your display looks until you start changing the heights of your deluxes. It really makes things look a lot nicer.
Yeah.
You realize, like, 80% of these guys are exactly the same height.
Great. I try to work from tall to short, but it's not uniform. I could probably stand to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's super cheap. Like I said, Amazon's not the only place on the earth, but tfradio.net/Amazon.
Yeah, exactly.
They're very easy to get in different sizes, and it does.
I should totally do that.
It makes a difference for sure.
Cool.
Diecast, do you have any interest in the Make Toys unofficial Masterpiece Skywarp and Thundercracker figures, or are you just done with this?
Oh no, I ordered them.
Yeah.
I really like Thundercracker. I'm tempted.
Yeah. These are. these are my seekers so far. So
What was the Don? What did you recommend getting instead of the Make Toys Starscream?
Oh well, I was saying the
yes model.
The Yes model jets. They were more affordable than the Toy World at the time, and the other ones were running about 120. Well, about 150 at the time. The other ones, and then the Yes model was running about $89 to $99, which was a lot better value and a lot more sturdy than what the Masterpiece Seekers were.
The Yes models are knockoffs. These are IP infringing. That's how we should. It's no longer third party in KO. It's or
well,
not.
they never. I was gonna say they never were third party to begin with. They're unlicensed.
It's IP infringing and then
or outright theft.
Only we had a podcast to listen to about this.
Ha! Yes, we're putting that in the can.
We only have like 15 or 20 times we've talked about that. It's always somebody's first time.
All the legality aside, you are getting better toys from, like, in my opinion, BB7 Yes model did a phenomenal job on making the Seeker mold a lot sturdier. A lot of us have Wajang product, and we've seen the quality that Wajang has done. Like, actually upscaling and making the evasion mode Optimus better. So, they may be copying the things, but they are making better toys than the originals in some cases.
Yeah, and Don does make a really good point about that. To me, the thing about these Make Toys Seekers that are so much more appealing is the fact that people are literally selling their official Seekers to get the money to buy these.
Yes.
That's how much.
The official Seekers suck. They're played out. Yeah. I've spent too much money on them.
I mean, I have Masterpiece Starscream. He was my first Masterpiece, actually. I do enjoy him. Man, do I love the look of these Make Toys.
They're dated. Takara needs to go back and redo those.
I totally agree. And I would say these are good Seekers. I don't think that, like, they're of the level of what we would get with, like, Fans Toys, and they would be like, yeah, this is my Seeker, just like Fans Toys Galvatron. That is my Galvatron. There's never going to be another Galvatron that comes out that I'm probably gonna like better than the Fans Toys.
Do we have Fans Toys Seekers?
No,
I didn't think so.
No,
but you would have them.
The closest we're getting is we're going to get the aerial bots from Fans Toys, and that's going to be
in 10 years.
That's going to be the test, really. I mean, if they're really nice, I'm really going to want Seekers from Fans Toys. And now I'm talking myself out of the Make Toys ones just because I'm thinking Fans Toys. And yeah, because these aren't the best Seekers, but they're a lot better than what we got with Hasbro.
Well, just hold on to the Make Toys ones and then sell them when the Fan Toys ones come out in 6 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't like the Seeker mold that we have, and I'm not getting these because it's not my thing. But I do hope that we get a new official take on Seekers at some point in the future.
Well, if Takara is monitoring this in any fashion at all, if they are, or if this is being talked about on Japanese social media that they may be looking at, and if they see people are selling their product to go to a better unlicensed, that could have impact on their decisions. I don't know.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I don't think they would care.
Takara cares. Hasbro, I don't think cares that much.
No, but I'm saying I don't think people buying a third-party product would make them go, "We need to make that right now." I don't think that would be the response.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No. See, to me, it'd be like, okay, that's a potential problem because the people that buy our product are willing to sell our product to get an unlicensed thing, and it's just like that's something we need to at least put in the back of our heads.
I think Hasbro / Takara is done with that Seeker mold anyway. I think that's totally.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure they'll be redoing that soon.
Yeah,
hopefully not.
It's possible maybe the designs for War for Cybertron will translate into a new Seeker mode, but it will be that. I'm guessing it's probably the Tetrajet style
Yeah.
Being War for Cybertron, so I don't know. So
well, that has nothing to do with
maybe
the Masterpiece line.
Well, no, what I'm saying is to give us new Seekers, but not refresh this mold. Maybe that's why we haven't seen a new Masterpiece refresh of the Seeker mold. Is with War for Cybertron coming up, maybe they want to do masterpieces of those designs. So we're still getting new Seekers in a
Masterpiece
new
and
mold.
Generations don't influence each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
Like whatsoever.
Yeah. They don't play in the same pool.
Like they've literally stated that too, though. I understand your thinking, but like they've literally stated that in interviews that if something gets made in Masterpiece or Generations, or even they also said for movie Masterpiece and Studio Series, it has no impact whatsoever on the other line because they're so far removed from one another.
Yeah. Hey, something else also far removed from that? Cyberverse.
Yeah, what's that?
So we have Ultra Ultimate-class official package photos of Optimus, Megatron, Bumblebee, Starscream, and Grimlock. I kind of like it, and I like their gimmicks.
So excited for these.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
do you like?
Mm-hmm.
They are toyetic as hell. They look like toys. They have gimmicks.
Toys.
Like I saw somebody bitching on Facebook about the Cyber Battalion Shockwave, and like, well, this is just toy crap. We collect toys. That's what it is.
I agree. I agree with that person. I'm sorry. They're not collector level
We're
toys.
on a toy.
They're good
No,
for
they're not.
kids.
We're on a toy
Yes,
podcast.
Meant to, yeah.
This is a toy podcast.
But I'm saying it's good for kids. It's not.
Yeah, that's
you
what
know.
toys are. I'm a toy collector.
I want that Cybertron
Yeah.
chocolate still.
But yeah, so
like-
Megatron looks great.
I mean, that would be like saying, well, we should just all collect McDonald's toys.
I
because
do.
they're-
We do.
they're-
I
They're
do.
kids,
Hey, what,
but-
you guys have BotCon? I mean, not BotCon. McDonald's toys that are getting BotCon homages now.
Yes.
Like, obviously, people still care about the McDonald's toy. Wow.
Short answer is to buy what you want, not bitch about the existence of the rest of it.
Exactly.
Right, I'm not complaining about
Thank you,
I'm
Rob.
just saying I don't like them.
That sums it
Yeah.
up.
That's that's fair. That's not for me is a totally fair answer. I kind of think some of these may be for me.
Not for me though.
kinda like
Bumblebee. Bumblebee is not for me.
Well, the
I say
collector-
Bumblebee's not
Yeah.
for me. The other one's not for me.
Bumblebee has a huge backpack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I'm not I'm not really looking at as being for me.
Also-
I think the Starscream has a huge backpack, but I think it might actually
Yes.
make it work a little better.
I agree.
Fun.
It-
That's fun.
yeah.
I cannot wait to buy these for my son.
I can't wait to buy them for me.
So
Grimlock
much
is
fun.
the only one I might be interested in.
Yeah, I
Just
kind of like
because
that Grimlock design.
I like
really
the,
like
yeah,
the
I like the
Megatron.
design of him.
Look at the
And that's
face in the art. It's animated esque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the Megatron design pretty well.
I
too.
love
I kind of want
Megatron.
to get that one.
Yeah, I want that one. And I'm conflicted on the Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Prime.
has the truck part removed in package.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely getting my son a Prime and Megatron. His first. Well, I mean, technically he has Rescue Bots Prime, but that doesn't count compared to what this will be for Prime and Megatron.
It'll be
form.
his first Prime and Megatron set.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, now that you bring it up, I kind of hope that the truck parts in the package are one of those, okay, you have to put this on and then it's on forever once you take it out of the package thing.
Sure.
Yeah. I wasn't that excited before, but I love these. Except for
Yeah.
Bumblebee.
And,
Yeah, except for
and
Bumblebee.
one thing,
The Megatron
One thing
looks
to
kinda
remember-
weird.
Go ahead, Don.
and one thing to remember is that as collectors, we are getting a ton of product focused towards us from Hasbro and Takara. These kids lines, I mean, it's not like we're starving for product. Look at Power of the Primes. You got Power Master homages. You've got Pretender shells. So we're getting enough product. Just because some of the lines aren't geared for us, that's fine.
Having
I mean,
a kids
I
line
mean,
is even more important than having a collector's line.
I
Exactly.
agree.
Exactly.
Well, I mean,
So,
we've had
I'm
our
just
ID,
saying.
so it's not like it hasn't. It's been
Yeah.
there. So
I'm
I'm
just
saying
saying
everybody-
to put
everybody's-
to complain about someone saying it's garbage. That I mean, I can't complain about someone's opinion on that.
No.
I don't like them either, but it's for kids, and I appreciate that they're
Well, no,
being
I know.
made.
I'm just saying.
Wait,
we
no,
don't
no,
know,
so,
right?
so I can let me specifically call out what Diecast is referring to. The person's complaint wasn't that the toy was bad; it was that it was a toy. and they bought it at Walgreens, and I'm like, are you an idiot? Because they bought it in the toy section. It says like ages 4 up. It's a toy. The person who thought it was a collectible didn't know what they were doing when they bought it.
Wait. The real question is, why were you looking at Transformers stuff on Facebook?
I shouldn't be.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
No, the real question is, why are you on Facebook? I can say that because I'm not.
That is a fair question at this point, yes.
Yeah. Not that, yeah, it was the person who was just confused as to what it was. I'm like, no, dude, that's a toy. And we collect toys.
Yep. And I'll be collecting these ones.
I love toys. That's what I do. Okay, so moving along, what do we got here? Ion Blaster Commander, an unofficial masterpiece of a completely different scale. So this is an Ion Blaster that you and I can hold. It's basically, I guess cosplay gear. Effectively.
It'll probably be very expensive.
It is. It is very expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has lights and sounds, and different colored lights too. So that means,
Yep.
it's ridiculously cool, but it is going to be ridiculously expensive.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, most uneducated estimates I've heard are about 400, which 400 or 500, which I can't really argue against that.
Yeah, and as Chris mentioned in the article, because it is, gun shaped, it may be difficult to get this into the country without a large orange barrel cap on it.
Yeah.
But if you look at prop weapons, a lot of people collect props and stuff like that. And if you look at the shows that are on television and the movies, all the good weapons tend to go for quite a bit of money. I mentioned this a few weeks ago. My friend Fred bought one of the guns from V, the miniseries, but it was one of the rough guns that you used in just distance shots, not one of the close up guns that they make. Like Power Ranger helmets, you have far helmets and near helmets, stuff like that. And he got that for like $20 or $30, and I said, are you going to try to get one of the better guns? He said they were going for $400 and $500, the ones that were used for like the close-up shots. So prop weapons from movies and stuff are very expensive on the secondary market. So I can see why this one would be highly sought after by those people that buy readily identifiable. Like if someone did a electronic He-Man power sword that was accurate to the cartoon or something.
I feel like I want to make a distinction here between actual authentic props and prop reproductions, because they are different markets basically.
Yeah.
And there are some really good and really expensive prop replicas out there right now. There's like a super accurate Ghostbusters proton pack.
How much?
That goes for like $3,000-$4,000.
Oh,
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
it's an Entertainment Earth. Entertainment Earth is showcasing that one. And if you're a Star Wars fan, look at high quality lightsaber replicate.
$30 at Walmart. They're great.
Yeah, I mean, like I've seen some for sale $800-$900 at shows and stuff. So
I was gonna say,
there is a market for this. It's just it's
there are
not
plenty
quite
of
Unicron
lightsabers.
lamp.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, again, with the lightsaber thing, there's some of the like high end things that are actual like replicas made with the same parts as the originals are going to cost you a fortune, whereas you can still get some really good mass produced ones for a couple of $100.
I was gonna say, with lightsabers, I know that they literally vary anywhere from $10 to $1,000, and it's not like those are ends of a spectrum that there's nothing in between. There's plenty in between. Like, so
it just depends
I
on
guarantee.
how deep.
I guarantee
Go ahead,
there's
Diecast.
some cosplayer out there that can't wait for this to come out.
Oh, there's more than cosplayers.
for sure.
I've heard a
would
lot
get
of
it.
interest in this already.
I would get it as long as it's not. It's got to be that sub 200 range.
It's not.
It's not. No.
I doubt it.
Factor in Taobao though.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
The shipping will kill you.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
I would love to hear the electronics on this thing once it's at that stage, because that is what will make or break it if they get the right kind of sound that Prime's gun makes a very distinct sound.
Uh-huh.
And it needs to replicate that sound as precise as possible. Otherwise, it won't fly.
Now, what would be awesome, considering the shape of it, you would have some room to throw a pretty decent speaker in it. If it had something like a 3-inch woofer, and it could create that nice rumble, like the low end of that sound, that would be so awesome.
Yeah, it would.
Oh,
wow.
And hopefully there's like a setting where you could do like a single blast, or like from the movie when he lands in front of the Decepticons and he just sort of mows everybody down. It would be nice if there was that kind of replication in the sound effect.
Oh, Don, you got the touch. Okay,
and the power.
The power. Speaking of power of the Primes Deluxe Wreck-Gar, we have the package art. Wow, that is probably Groove.
Oh, that is absolutely Groove. We've seen a photo of the actual toy. I think it showed up on Russian social media of all places.
Yeah, like the Nemesis Prime. Was it?
Yeah.
No, it was International Women's Day. Russia revealed it on International Women's Day. It was for International Women's Day too. It wasn't like just a coincidence. He had like a flower and everything with it.
Yeah,
well, it was really
Wreck-Gar
weird.
likes TV. He'd enjoy that, right?
Sure.
I
mean, we do actually know where this is probably going, because when Rob Springer had that contact at Walgreens, some of the information he posted was a Walgreens exclusive Wreck-Gar, and so we had no idea what it was going to be at that point, but of course it took long enough to show up that a Combiner Wars remold now makes perfect sense.
When actually, I think I remember. I don't even know if I was on the show, but I swear, like, we even wrote, because that was so long ago, we just wrote it off like, it's probably not happening now. And then there it was.
Yeah, because there were other things in the system that had been there forever that had not happened.
Right.
So that this actually kind of hung in the air long enough that it was a surprise all over again.
Yep.
Now, I guess I need 4 of them. To make like a Junkion combiner, what would be the torso?
Who's the torso?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question.
Well, see, I'm trying to own color-wise.
I mean, like Inferno would maybe.
Oh,
work.
yeah.
Or you could use Betatron, that early 6-shot. The colors might work.
Or
Scattershot.
Scattershot.
He is junk. That could be perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
The good thing is this will make Walgreens, because it'll be how Walgreens got their groove back. So
Don, I love that and I hate it all at the same time. I will either buy one of these or 4 of these. I'm just not certain yet.
Yeah. Before we move on, my memory is horrible this week. Had the Wave 3 Power of the Primes Deluxes been cited by last show, or is that new?
That's new. Go ahead and tell us about it.
Yeah, the Wave 3 Power of the Primes Deluxes, the other 3 Terrorcons have been cited in New Zealand. And Paul from, I think it's Transformers New Zealand, was nice enough as to give us a heads up on that. So thank you for that. Hopefully they'll start showing up other places soon.
Yeah, that's that was a few days ago.
Might have been last Thursday or so. It was a while back.
So this is the last full wave of generations for the year, right? It's already showing up in the first third of the year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, last full wave, not last wave period, but...
Yeah.
And it won't be around here until the end of the year, but yes, it's showing up in the first...
Yeah.
I mean, we got wave 2. I feel like it'll be here at least by summer.
No, I mean my area, Eric.
Yeah.
Do you still count it as a full wave because it has jazz in it again?
It
I'd
has
say
3
it's
deluxes, so it's close enough.
Yeah, but by majority, it's a new wave. It's not like Wave 4 where there's 1 out of like 4 or 5 new things. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Plus, it has other price points, unlike Wave 4, which as of right now, we just know of the deluxe, right? Like, we don't know of any legends or leaders or voyagers.
Well,
Yeah.
didn't
Nova Star is the entirety of Wave 4 as far as we know.
I believe Warden even said there are no leaders planned for Wave 4. Now, obviously, Nemesis Prime is coming somewhere, but Warden did say at Toy Fair that there are no leaders planned.
Yeah, so
or Voyagers, I think.
Voyagers.
Yeah. So Nemesis Prime presumably will be an exclusive somewhere, but maybe SDCC.
Could I was gonna say, could it be, because that seems like that would be a good follow up.
Wouldn't it have a different box? Wouldn't it have a different box though? Is what I'm thinking, because it has like the standard. That's the thing that, because I was thinking that too. But it has the standard, just every like the regular leader class box, which would be really really unusual for an SDCC.
That's true.
There could be an outer slip cover.
Yeah, if this
so that way.
That's a good point, Don.
Yeah, they don't particularly tend to split exclusives like it's an international exclusive and SDCC. But if they're going to go that route, I could see an outer sleeve. It's going to be interesting to see where this turns up, especially since obviously it's not going to be Toys R Us.
Yeah. Let's see here, and that's it for the news. So we've been talking about Studio Series, and if you want to get them, they're available right now. Most of them. tfradio.net/studio. You can get them on Amazon. And if you're like me, most of them are same-day shipping, which is pretty cool. And if you buy any of those, it helps us out. tfradio.net/studio. If that's not your thing, though, earlier today, the last night Megatron, the Voyager figure, was at $14. It's up to $17 now, but that's still a heck of a discount. And you can get that at tfradio.net/TLK Megatron. Like, why not? And
that's probably one of the best Voyagers from the entire movie existence.
It's fantastic.
Yes.
It is. It really is.
I had it in my cart. I didn't pull the trigger, and now it's 17. I don't think I can. I've been burned by too many of these toys, Brian.
That's a good one.
No, that would be
trust me.
Regular price.
And what did everyone tell me about Cogman? What did everyone tell me about Cogman?
See, but Cogman, you spent more than what he was.
Yeah.
I spent what people said I should have spent on him, and I still didn't like him.
Hey, Jason, I'll tell you this: if I didn't have that Megatron and I needed him, and I saw that on Amazon, I would buy him, no Dononomics, straight purchase right there.
That's what I did.
See, that's actually ridiculously convincing.
Yeah.
Damn it, Don.
Now, a toy that I don't know that I would buy at full price, but I gladly bought at discount, was Voyager Hound. tfradio.net/TLK Hound. He is currently $13.97. He's a fine toy, but he is not. I repeat.
He's no Megatron.
He is not Megatron. But if you're looking for discounted Transformers and Generations is more your thing, right now, if you don't have Deluxe Power of the Primes Ripper Snapper, $15 on Amazon. tfradio.net/Ripper.
And you will need that for when Wave 3 does start showing up.
I hate that 15 is like cheap for a deluxe.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, me too.
But it is tfradio.net/Ripper. If you use any of those links, it helps us out. And you can also buy toilet paper, toothpaste, bidets, caskets, basically services. You get to get your house. You say, hey, I love collecting toys, but I don't like getting out of my seat or off of my bed. I just like eating cereal where I sit, and I kind of live in my own filth. It's okay. You can pay to have somebody come and clean your house from Amazon. You really can. Just go to tfradio.net/Amazon and do it.
You should reconsider the lifestyles you advise.
No.
Yes. But tfradio.net/Amazon. That's tfradio.net/Amazon. We thank Amazon and you for using our Amazon link. Don, what's on the network this week?
What's on the network this week? RPG Lessons Learned, episode 50. The Geomorphic Dungeon, D&D 5th edition. This week on RPG Lessons Learned, Dusty learns that 5th edition is a lot more lethal than 4th when he runs the guys through 2 sessions Geomorphic Dungeon Crawl using tiles from the Dungeon's command game. How was your weekend, episode 34? Wendy gave up social media for Lent? How? On this episode of How Was Your Weekend, Wendy and Brian talk about Wendy's recent cessation of social media during Lent. How did she do it? Find out. The guy's also talking about Brian's love-hate relationship with social media and social interaction in general.
Yep. I love you guys, but I don't like talking to you.
Hey.
No, I use Twitter a lot more now than Facebook because I used to not use Twitter, and I used to look at Facebook. I really hate Facebook. I really, really hate Facebook.
It's garbage.
But it's I gotta have an account because I gotta manage the RFC page and the other various pages. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't use it because it's
Just make Eric do it for you.
No, I'm terrible at social media.
That's the reason we haven't got him to do it yet. So, and I'm a control freak too. It's honestly, but I hate Facebook, and I would honestly get rid of my account if I could. I just can't. People are like, "Hey, did you see that on Facebook?" No, because I don't look at it. Except for I do check Transformers stuff occasionally to see if there's any news or opinions or anything out there that I can glean from. I use Facebook almost exclusively for the podcast.
I post desk spots in Facebook groups, and I just try to avoid opinions in there.
I keep in contact with Gundam gaming friends through Facebook, and that's about the only thing I use it for at this point.
I don't use it, so
yeah, it's a horrible
you
platform.
are probably wise.
I am. Thank you.
Yeah, Facebook's gotten worse and worse over the years. It used to be a decent platform, and it's just gone downhill.
When my family wasn't on it, it was fine.
My brother and I basically have a rule: we do not follow each other on Facebook, so we have space. We would not be infuriating each other with political posts. I don't think. I think we're mostly on the same page there.
You're smarter than I am there.
But yeah, we just we want to be able to vent about each other when we want to without getting in each other's faces. So that was a mutual decision.
Yep.
A smart one.
Yep, very true. But yeah, so Facebook, I would like to get rid of it, but I can't. But Wendy did for like 40 days, and you can learn how. Diecast, did you have any reviews this week?
No.
Okay.
It's been a week.
I understand. Believe me.
But hey, his video works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just not right
A
now.
lot,
because he's
a
eating
lot of
pizza.
people know. I mean, if they follow me on Twitter.
Okay, his video works when he's not eating.
Yes. Hey, I don't. Maybe I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to. Next week, if you're watching live, tfradio.net/live, and we love our chat and we interact with our chat. I am going to try to finally do the first episode of Don's new podcast. It's a Don deal.
Yay!
And so
You can don it.
You can don it.
Now the chat's gonna explode.
Yeah, basically what you can do after, which will be around, I guess, about 9:30 Eastern time each week, we'll open up the line. You actually have to use your phone, and you can call and you can talk to Don. Now, I think Don mostly wants to hear things like if people have something for sale. I don't think that's going to last very long. So if you have an opinion about something that Don said, or you want to talk to Don, I think it's really more a chance to talk to Don about Transformers. But
yeah, because I was wanting to do like the old radio swap shows, Brian, that you were familiar with.
I've hosted those before. They're terrible, but I love them.
Yeah, so it's like like Brian said, it's going to be a mixed format show. But if you have something for sale and you want to get the word out, call in.
931-99 GoBot starting next week.
Yes, so that way we can help collectors connect to each other. And if you want to hear my opinion on something, or you have a question for me or for Brian, because he'll be here as well. Got a question for Massey? I can ask Massey. He'll probably look at me like I'm crazy.
And some of us will be hanging out after it. Some people like XV will probably leave, but Diecast will probably hang around.
Yeah,
I'd hang out for that.
Yeah, Jason, Eric, whoever's here will probably hang out. So
I'll force myself back on.
So Dom, what's your opinion on Death's Head 2?
Actually, if you check
when I take it and I turn it sideways, and
If you actually check the album art for this week on the YouTube channel, Don and Death Head 2 are riding Supreme Cheetor.
It's beautiful.
And our buddy Sean Hamilton did that, and a bunch of others. So if you follow us on Twitter at TF Radio, he's been doing a Dawn of the Day, and we've been retweeting it.
I have my first stalker.
Today's John. I mean, Don. I joined you in the picture today. He put me in
I
the
saw
picture.
that.
Yeah, I was gonna say he put me.
You are my mini-me.
This has been a treat. I have loved this. This has been my favorite thing on Twitter in a long, long time.
It's great.
Oh! And last week, I wanted to mention this, and I almost forgot. Crap! And it was who caught the ninja rap for the Cheetor rap? Was it you, Rob?
No, that was not me.
I guess it was Chris. I don't remember who it was.
Probably so.
Let me check.
I think so.
I think it was Chris. I think I remember hearing that.
We have credit. We have credit in the tweet. Let me find it. We were talking about doing a ninja rap, but for Supreme Cheetor. So if you remember the Vanilla Ice rap from Turtles 2.
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
Yeah.
That is also on Twitter, and I will actually pin that tweet. So go to @TF Radio. DW Brown, thank you so much, is who did this. That is going to be the pinned tweet. So follow us at TF Radio, and you can read the Supreme Cheetor rap. It is pretty excellent. Yeah, I was just super pleased to see that. I hate that I didn't catch it myself.
We've got some pretty cool people.
We do.
Yeah, we do.
It's a solid chat.
We have an awesome chat. And they'll be able to, people watching live, or if you're not watching live and you just see us on Twitter, tweet out the number, you can interact with us. It'll be our 931-99-GO-BOT line. Basically, it'll work. Once you hear somebody say caller, that's when you speak. Otherwise, before that, just sit and chill and listen to the dulcet tones of Don.
And turn your volume down.
Yeah, or mute it altogether.
That too.
Yeah, so I'm going to do a little bit of work, I think, between now and then, just to make sure I have everything going. Otherwise, we would test it tonight. We've tested it before, but I have just completely rewired everything since then, so this will be a lot of fun. You can find this episode's show notes at tfradio.net/567. We are on Twitter at TFRadio. On Facebook, if you haven't deleted it yet, at facebook.com/TFRadio. And on Instagram at TF Podcast. We are also at Tumblr. If you got Tumblr, TF Radio. Is it tfradio.tumblr.com or tumblr.com/tfradio? It's one of the two. As you can tell, I am not a devotee of Tumblr.
I wonder if they both would work.
Possibly. And I'm personally on Twitter at bkilby. On Instagram at Brian Kilby. Chris, who is not here, he's at ChrisRTXV on Twitter. And on Instagram at Flickr. He should be on Instagram, but he is on Flickr, of all things, at flickr.com/ChrisRTXV. Melvar, who's not here, he's on Twitter at Melvar, 3 L's, 2 R's, MELLLVARR. Jason, how do people get a hold of you?
Well, first of all, it is tfradio.tumblr.com. I did confirm that for you. And you can find me on Twitter. I'm at Jason S. Kirk, where you will see my new avatar. And if you know anything about product art leaks, you'll know why it's like that. That was John DeLuna's idea. And also check out everlastingmint.com and podvocacy.com for my other shows.
Eric.
You can find me at Eric Crowbar on Twitter or at Aramis Prime, ERIMUS Prime on Instagram, where I post S-Bots. And also, you can check me out at Nerdy Geek Talk on any podcasting place that you listen to, podcasts such as this one, like, Google Play, iTunes, Apple Podcast, all that good stuff. Nerdy Geek Talk's my network, where we have a show for every day of the week now. I'm not on all of them, thank God, but we have a different show. We have Star Wars, Transformers, several different for each one of those things, and some of them just started an anime podcast as well.
After about 10 years, that'll consolidate down to 3 core podcasts, but those will be 3 really good core podcasts.
Yeah.
He would know.
That's the hope. I was going to say, that's the hope.
Also, I failed to mention Rob Springer. You can find Rob on Twitter at RoboRobSpringer and on his blog at zonebase.org.
You can also
She's
find
awesome.
Eric at Chicken College. That's where he learns how to make.
He does a chicken.
KFC
He does a chicken dance while he's in chicken college.
Oh, I'm a champ at the chicken dance.
Oh God. Diecast. How do people get a hold of you?
You can follow me on Facebook at Reviews by Diecast. You can check out my reviews on YouTube at tfradio.net/reviews.
Yes.
Correct.
Correct.
And you can follow me on Twitter, where you get to see all my, Transformers stuff, the feeder Diecast.
So you're on
When I need good toys.
you're on Twitter at Diecast2 and also at the hashtag CCons before Unicron.
No, Unicron. Get Unicron made, because we can't let that go.
Get Unidon made. Don, how do people get a hold of you?
I can be reached at your nearest emergency room, or I can be reached at HMRC, the number 4 EVR on Twitter. Yeah, and for Blade, that's HMRC, the number 4 EVR, because apparently he's been misspelling my name for the last 11 years.
Wow.
I'm wondering why you weren't talking to him.
Nice. Rob.
I am on Twitter at Figure Viewers and Twitter and most everywhere else at Flail-Throughs, particularly on YouTube, where hopefully this Friday we will start being able to cover Gundam Battle Operation 2 when that open beta starts up at a ridiculous hour of the morning.
Have fun.
Thank you.
Cool.
And of course, the video reviews that XV and I do for T-Formers are on YouTube at T-Formers TV.
Excellent. And John.
That John D everywhere.
Awesome. So, people, again, get your calling cards ready. Go charge up your phone, refill your minutes, whatever you got to do next week. Hopefully, 99% likely we will have the first main voyage of It's a Done Deal. 9:30 Eastern Time, Wednesday. tfradio.net/live. Phone number is 931-99-GO-BOT. It's pretty sweet. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Man, I hope I'm more awake. Hey, but I have that now new highly caffeinated gum that I didn't have before.
Yeah, I
problem.
opened up my Amazon thing and went, wonder where that. I think I know.
Yes, now you know.
Yep.
But Brian, you should just go back to that grocery store we stopped at. They had the hot sauce locked in the cabinet at the end.
Oh, Jungle Gyms.
Jungle Gyms, and just buy like a bottle of that and just like have it drip intravenously into your veins, so that way you'll be awake all the time.
That would be torture.
What you're doing to yourself now sounds like torture.
Yeah.
So much caffeine.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I had a friend that worked third shift, and she basically lived off Stackers and Red Bulls. I said, you can't do that. You have to eat something.
Yeah. So we'll see. What
Those are fighting words. Rodimus Supreme in the chat just said #POG before Diecast and Optobotomus. It's not that he said POG before Diecast. He said he put you with Optobotomus. It's like
what's the point of that? I don't get it.
it's harsh.
We're just
I think
doing
he's
to be mean.
they're just making fun of hashtags now.
He's Rodimus.
Which, fun fact, Instagram is the one place where I do put in hashtags for my desk bot, and I do get at least like 3 or 4 Transformers fans a day that'll follow my Instagram, which is a shame. That's like the place I don't care about whatsoever.
It's bigger than Twitter.
I know. I just don't care for it.
I want Sean Hamilton to do a picture of Unicron crushing Seacons.
I don't know. He won't. He's a good man. He'll do.
No, he'll totally do it.
He
It's
needs
awesome.
to do Unicron with Don's head.
He
That's
did.
what
He
needs to
did.
do.
He did.
Oh, yes, he did.
He already did that. Yes.
Sorry, Sean, I didn't give you the proper credit. There were so many good ones. I couldn't keep up with them all.
Jeez, Jason.
I was like, how is Brian going to make a thumbnail out of all?
I had to pick 2.
Yep.
Just do 2 every week.
Yeah.
At this rate, he'll be able to.
And he doesn't plan on stopping, so.
So he said, hey, you can use these for T-shirts too. And I'm like, that's awesome. I would already need vector art for that, but I can use them for thumbnails forever.
Yeah.
I do like the idea of the if I had a nice vector image of Dawn and Death's Head riding Supreme Cheetor, that would be amazing. I wish I was better with Illustrator.
Oh, me too. Every time Josh Burcham posts something he just drew or something, I just go, I have no talent.
Yeah.
I love his art style.
Hashtag before pound sign. Nice.
No, it's clearly pound sign before hashtag.
Pound sign.
well-
I'd say pound sign just because that's what it used to be.
Well, I mean, it's one of those cultural things. Like in Europe, it was hash, and here it's pound.
It's not anymore. It is
It
hashtag.
is
now.
hash
I like
now,
it.
yeah, but I still get confused and say pound sign every
Hey,
once
but
in a while.
we still say Z and not Z. So
Well, what is it?
Z,
It's
obviously, obviously, because we say it's Z.
We're
I
not
thought
heathens.
maybe-
He's-
Should it be Zed?
It's Z in French.
It's Z everywhere else. It's like aluminum. You know, we say it correctly and we say aluminum, not aluminium.
Yeah, I can
Aluminium.
barely even say that. Alumini. Yeah.
Just keep trying, Jason.
No. I don't need help embarrassing myself.
We say stuff right here. It's
We
it's
talk normal.
we talk normal here. I don't know what you're.
At least you don't say yins.
That's
Hey,
north. That's
nothing
north.
wrong with yins.
Y'all is a southern thing. And actually, people say that all over now. But yens is a northern thing. It's so weird.
It's not really a northern thing. It's mainly a Pittsburgh thing.
Pittsburgh,
I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know
Well-
anywhere other than Pittsburgh that says it.
Yinzers.
I don't say yins. I do say iron funny, apparently, though.
How? What?
Does that sound right? Iron?
Iron.
That's definitely a
Iron.
Northeast thing.
Yeah. Also, slippy. I didn't know that wasn't a word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Slippery.
I thought slippy was a word. I didn't learn that until coming to college, and everyone's like, "What are you saying?"
Yeah, no, Slippy is a toad.
Soda or pop, or Coke.
I call it both, but not Coke. Coke's just wrong.
I-
Probably I use soda more,
Coke's
but
always the wrong answer.
So it's funny. I grew up saying pop, but over time, soda in my wherever I live overtook pop. But everybody said pop when I was a kid.
I said when I was a kid, yeah.
Yeah, it's just weird.
I think I know more people that say pop, but I tend to say soda more. I just like that word.
Like, okay, that sounds fair to me.
We are talking in the chat, and we happen to talk about Tarn as Tarn before Unicron. I said that would make a really nice Voyager, and I could totally see that in the War for Cybertron line.
So,
I've been saying that for like 3 years.
so
They didn't even talk about War for Cybertron until Toy Fair.
No, I meant Tarn, a Voyager Tarn. I thought.
Oh,
real
be
quick,
up for a
real
long time.
quick. I gotta do verbal smackdown real quick. Rodimus Supreme said Diet Coke can take the rust off of metal. The most corrosive compound in the universe is water. That's how it works. It has a pH of 7. The reason that means you might think of water being neutral, but the reason that water is essential to life is because it's a polar molecule that dissolves everything. It's the universal solvent. So that whole thing about rust coming off of Coke, that's just hippy dippy stuff that people try to confuse you with. So there's nothing. Is that true? Yeah. Does it matter? No.
Well, the Mythbusters did it, which automatically makes me hate it. So
Yeah. So, yeah, just because somebody likes something like that, taking rust off of whatever, who cares? That doesn't mean
I was
anything.
gonna say, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah. It's like,
well, I was stomach acid is pretty bad because that can eat through your esophagus and stuff.
Well,
so,
it's
and that lives inside your body.
well, it's hydrochloric acid, and it's how your body metabolizes it. But yes. But water dissolves more things than hydrochloric acid.
Oh,
That's just what water does. So,
this is true.
yeah. But no, like water, so acids are more corrosive to things like metals. than water is, because that's just chemically how it works. But when you look at the scope of things that in the world that are corrosive, water is the most corrosive because it'll dissolve most everything.
I was gonna say we're not made of metal either, so
Well, I mean, no, but acid can still burn you.
We're not so. Yeah. We're not silver hulks.
Okay? We're only partly metal, but no. To Diecast's point, it's a highly corrosive compound, but our body is able to metabolize and control it. It's also highly diluted too. But yeah,
look at the Grand Canyon. I mean, the Grand Canyon at one point was just a ditch.
Yeah.
Millions of years ago, and now look at it. So that's all because of the Colorado River and the other rivers flowing through it.
Yeah, the movement of water.
That's the movement of water, and it's just like it. Yeah, that just shows how powerful it is, because you went from whoop to whoop.
Yeah, but it's the reason that water is so important to us is because our body uses it for breaking down things and stuff like that. It's really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But not picking on you, but it's just a thing. Just a thing. We got anything to cover in post show?
No.
I feel pretty low energy. How about this? How about people watching live? We'll see you next week. Think about your questions that you want for Don. Write them down, and make sure you have minutes on your phone so you can call Don at 931-99-GoBot. GoBot.
Yeah. You're not calling my phone. You're calling the
studio
webcam. The webcam.
Yeah,
studio
if you want to call Don's phone, just wait till he tweets it out.
I was going to say, no, he's got your number, so I have it.
You're actually calling this box right here that will be plugged into a phone line, and I will press that button to answer your call. I bought this like 2 years ago to do this show. I am, by God, doing this show.
Even if it's only once.
Even if it's only once. This is the same the hybrid that we use at the radio station. So in the studio, in the production room, not in the studio. The studio is a really expensive unit. This is not. So I want... Go ahead.
He can't write it off on his taxes unless he actually uses it once.
That's not true, I don't think.
Well, it's too late anyway because I bought it like 2 years ago.
But once you use it, it's a business expense.
Well, buying it's the expense.
Yeah.
You can have overhead. I'm a tax professional. I'm not a tax professional.
Yeah. We probably do have people watching who are accountants who are saying you guys don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just joking around.
Yeah. No, I get where you're going. People watching live. Get mad at me. People get mad at us all the time. After calling people out on their tomfoolery with toys and versus collectibles today, I'm probably going to get a lot of hate mail. Yeah.
It's worth it.
And I don't care anymore. Yeah, exactly.
You'll get 10 people that'll say you're right, and you'll get 10 people that say I'm an idiot.
Yes.
No, right.
Yeah,
as long as no one says anything bad about me, I'm okay.
Yeah.
No, they do that anyway.
They do that anyway. Oh, I also got Taskmaster. I really like it. It's way better than the last one that came out.
I saw your picture.
Yeah.
Good. What line was he in? What Build-A-Figure piece?
This is Thanos. This is the new Infinity War.
Okay, I have him then.
I want that.
Has anybody seen a Mysterio in the wild?
Yes.
That's the only one I want.
My friend really, really needs one.
Oh, I didn't know anyone needed them. Maybe I'll.
I need a
Walmart look.
I need a green head. I have clears. I have 3 clears.
Wait, what? Are there different versions of them?
Yeah, there's a clear head and a green head.
In that same wave? Like there's variants already?
Yes, there's variants.
Huh.
The clear seems to be the more common. The green was like the first run, and then they went to clear, and the clear seems to be the more common one.
Okay, people watching live, we'll see you later. You're awesome. We love you.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
everyone.
See ya.
Bye, y'all.